Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party was locked in combat with the forces of Dinrith Avrandar in the ancient temple complex of Obsidia. Their objective was to rescue Dirzana Freth and her companion Arachnophane from the clutches of House Avrandar. Their plan had been to surprise Dinrith's forces and cut them down before they could raise an alarm. But Dinrith herself, one of the 5 captains of House Avrandar, had thwarted their plan, at least enough to escape to the north, where another powerful figure, Kireth Ikorza, the High Inquisitor, held Dirzana. Ashes, Zoran, and Quailen Hland held the southern egress against a seething tide of drow warriors. Ashes had fouled the path with tangling vines, and with the added benefit of darkness gifted from Zalara, the southern doorway began to fill with bodies, and the raised shadow souls that Zoran pulled forth from them. Some of the drow fled in terror from this, while others simply had keen eyes and had seen a mage hiding down the western hallway. Regardless, this meant several drow warriors headed Ezrah's way. Some were cut down before they could move far, but eventually the half-elf did find himself cornered. But a timely intervention from his werewolf ally and a bit of magic elbow grease from himself proved enough to finish these last drow. In the meantime, though, Bones and Matashtai had engaged the spiders on the wall, intent on keeping them from signaling for reinforcements. But after felling the first 2 spiders, and after Dinrith's disappearance north, Matashtai grew concerned over what might happen if the party allowed the house captain time unchallenged. If Dinrith and Kireth were given time to coordinate, it might prove too much for the party. Or even perhaps Dirzana could be killed outright. The monk gave chase, leaving the rogue to finish what they had started. Hot on Dinrith's heels, Matashtai followed the house captain into the next chamber, where he found the imposing figure of the High Inquisitor, as well as several of her attendants and her current victim, Dirzana Freth, bound to a chair, gagged, and looking much worse for wear. Dinrith downed a potion, yelled something about the party falling for a trap, and turned on the Halaster. Matashtai defended himself, but realized he couldn't fight Dinrith, Kireth, and several other drow here on his own. But he could keep them busy. The monk reached into his pack and pulled forth his ever-smoking bottle, releasing a billowing cloud into the space. He then rushed into the chamber, attempting to find and release Dirzana Freth with some limited success. But Kireth could seemingly track the monk's movements, and over again lashed out at him, keeping him from staying in anyone's space. The High Inquisitor also had her guards hold on to Dirzana, preventing the now freed prisoner from escaping. Back in the large chamber, Bones and Mossy finished off one of the 2 remaining spiders, but Bones was unable to see the last spider through the billowing smoke, and he realized that the signaling had stopped, as if it had done its job. Quailen, Zoran, and the Dark Dancer's shadow minions moved to hold the southern hall against a new horde of spiders. Ashes, Bones, and Mossy plunged into the smoke, intent on finding Matashtai and Dirzana before reinforcements arrived. Ezrah, not to be left behind, shifted into his spark elemental form and flew to catch up, lightning amongst the clouds. The rest of the party's arrival could not come soon enough. Matashtai had found himself trapped within the smoke, and after successfully dodging several blows, the monk's luck finally ran out. Kireth Ikorza's death lance finally caught him, covering his chest in necrosis, causing him extreme pain. He would not be able to stand another blow like that. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.